I wanted to be with the best. The resources here are outstanding. We're going to immerse ourselves into the culture of Louisiana. We're not here to change anything. We're here to get changed by it.
Hello, Tiger fans. Welcome to Inside LSU Football here in Tiger Stadium. I'm Bill Franquez with you as we'll be looking forward this week to LSU's first SEC road game of the year. The Tigers will be taking on Auburn on the Plains. But before we talk about that game, we're going to review the highlights of LSU's game right here in Tiger Stadium with New Mexico. We'll also have a couple of fantastic features for you, an inside look at the women in charge of LSU football. These ladies are making a big impact upon Coach Brian Kelly's program, and you'll enjoy getting a chance to meet them. Also, a special look at Josh Williams, walk-on running back from Houston, who's doing a fantastic job for the Tigers in all phases of the game. So stay with us. A lot coming up right here on Inside LSU Football.
Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers.
Saturday night in Death Valley.
Hey, let me get a win on 2, 1, 2.
This segment of Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by Bud Light.
Welcome back to Inside LSU Football. Brian Kelly, of course, has made a lot of changes since he's been here at LSU, and one big one is his diversity within the staff. Several women have taken over prominent positions in the LSU football office, and they are making a tremendous impact upon the Tigers operation. Let's take a look now at the women in charge of LSU football.
When Coach Kelly came in, he really empowered us, and I'm not sure that there's a lot of programs that have what we have here at LSU now with as many women in charge as we do. I started back in 1987. I was a student worker, and then the year Coach Saban came in, I moved to the head coach's office, so I've been in this position ever since then. I control the traffic that goes in and out of Coach Kelly's office. It's more of the daily interaction of his meetings. If it's with other staff members, with players, I kind of control the atmosphere in here and get everybody on in to see him. So if not, it's Grand Central Station in here most of the time. So our chief of staff is a woman, Beth Rex. Our director of operations, Jazz Smith, is a woman. We've never had that before at LSU. So we're touching all aspects of football, not just administratively anymore. So it's been actually really refreshing.
I don't know that he ever formally asked me. I think it was just more of a given that if he made another transition, I would be with him. One, again, just knowing that what he builds, we can win. But Brian and I have just over the last quite a few years have built a great relationship. And so I know what he wants, and I know what his vision is. And I know I can help, work that on the other end of it so that he can focus on coaching. Graduated from the University of Cincinnati with my undergraduate degree in athletic training. And then I went on to graduate school at Eastern Kentucky. And I got my master's in sports admin. And then from there I traveled around a little bit, went back to Cincinnati, and that's where I ended up working with Coach Kelly. I do think Brian has really allowed for women in this profession to grow. And I think that that's exciting. He's allowed us to really put together a diverse staff, both in race and in gender.
So I'm the director of football operations here. I spent 4 years with Coach Kelly as a student and then 3 years full-time in recruiting. I'm in charge of all team movement and team schedule. So anywhere they need to be, I'm the one who put the schedule together for them. So speak for them. Coach Kelly. It's actually the only football coach I've ever worked for. He knew that I wanted to work in operations. He told me he believed in me, and he said that he was one of the first, or I was one of the first calls that he made when he was just deciding to build that staff. So I think the other thing was like Beth and Coach Kelly have all watched me develop. Like they've known me since I was 18 years old. So they've watched me grow, they've watched me develop, they've watched me take my weaknesses and turn some of those into my strengths, and they've watched me develop my strengths even further. And so I knew that this place would continue to help me to do that.
The other person we have on our staff that I think is super exciting is Alice Sullivan. Alice just started with us in an advanced scouting role as an analyst, and she brings, you know, a diversity to our staff too that I think is super exciting.
I knew I wanted to work in football since I was in 7th or 8th grade. But I thought that the only roles that I could have would be operations roles and not what's going on the field. And then I learned that there are female scouts, and that was something that I could do. So I guess all of that to say, like, I had limited myself because I thought that as a woman you couldn't scout or you couldn't coach. And I think I learned you don't have to have played to be a scout. If you can teach, you can coach. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man or have played football or have played competitive sports. So don't put limitations on your own abilities or the options that are out there for you because you don't think that a woman could do something or you don't think you could do something.
Players all relate to different people. I'll go back to the training room again. You have a mixed staff down there. And so you have some that will connect with Bo as a male, and you have some that connect to Mickey who are just needing a little bit of a different touch.
Mickey is such a powerful force down there in that training room, and she's taken on a role of, I wouldn't say so much the mom of everybody, but she's more of the confidant, I think, and that people can depend on her and ask her questions, and there's never a bad question when it comes to Mickey.
The fact that there are just so many of them. Like, you have Beth in administration, Jazz in operations, Destiny, Sarah, Bryn in recruiting, then you have Katie and Miranda in nutrition, and you have Mickey and Kennedy in athletic training. Like, it's just, there are women in every facet of LSU football, which is very cool.
They talk about glass ceilings a lot when it comes to the ladies. I think definitely this glass ceiling has been broken here for sure.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks.
Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice.
In diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using the Plumsky method?
Brings out the citrus notes.
Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really matters, there's a Bud Light there.
Lock in 2.9% and $500 bonus cash when you custom order a 2023 F-150. Only at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
Hey, Tiger fans! Being here on LSU's campus reminds us what makes the Tiger Nation so different.
For starters, no one else gets as loud and as wild as we do.
No one else loves the teams and the players like Tiger fans.
And no one else has a mascot as cool as Mike the Tiger.
Whatever it is, we love it, because at Dudley DeBosier, we believe different is good.
If you've been injured, experience it for yourself. The Dudley DeBosier difference.
Demand Dudley DeBosier, official partner of LSU Athletics.
This is LSU. Champions are made here. History is made here. It's 73 degrees, winds are calm, chance of rain, never. And here come your Fighting Tigers of LSU.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics.
Welcome back to Inside LSU Football. We've got a special visit coming up now with Josh Williams. Josh, a former walk-on running back from Houston, has earned a scholarship, and he's so valuable to the LSU offense, both as a runner and as a pass catcher. Had a great touchdown run in the win over Mississippi State just a couple of weeks ago right here in Tiger Stadium. Emily Dixon sits down with Tiger running back Josh Williams.
Welcome to the lounge, where we get to know this week's guest, running back Josh Williams. Now, Josh, you're from Houston, Texas, but you've been a lifelong LSU fan. How did you become enamored with the purple and gold?
Well, growing up, knowing Harvey Williams as like an uncle or a very close family friend, he was really close with my dad playing in the Raiders. So knowing Harvey my whole life, I've always been a big Tigers fan.
You've been around some premier running backs since you've been here at LSU, shared a room with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Kevin Falk even. So what's the best piece of advice you've gotten from guys like that?
I would say stay consistent, never get complacent out there, just in life or in the field. Always come every day, being hungry, always grinding, always trying to push forward for something.
You scored your first career touchdowns this season at LSU. So if there was one offensive lineman that you could bring out to dinner to say thank you, who would it be?
Probably Charles Turner, because you've seen how much energy he brings to the games and to the end zone, of course. He always just has my back.
Okay, I did a little research before this interview, and I know you've obviously got a football past, but you also have a little bit of a basketball one. Can you explain that to everybody?
Yes, ma'am. I was a big basketball player when I was in high school. It was my first love. I played in China with Akeem Olajuwon and De'Aaron Fox for about 5 professional games.
Anything else you did with Akeem Olajuwon that's just casual?
I also did a movie with Akeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler and Ben Batir going into my sophomore year of high school, so yeah.
That was a lot to get to know you. Thank you so much, Josh,
ma'am.
and good luck again this weekend.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks again to Emily and to Josh. We definitely look forward to watching Josh and the impact he'll make on the Tigers offense for the rest of this season. All right, stay with us. Time to look at highlights of the LSU-New Mexico game, the first ever meeting between the Tigers and the Lobos. That's coming up next on Inside LSU Football.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron. Thanks.
Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you pre-chill the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice.
And diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using the Plumsky method?
Brings out the citrus notes.
Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really, really matters, there's a Bud Light there.
Lock in 2.9% and $500 bonus cash when you custom order a 2023 F-150. Only at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
This is LSU. Champions are made here. History is made here. It's 73 degrees, winds are calm, chance of rain, never. And here come your Fighting Tigers of LSU.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, LSUshop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, LSUshop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by Visit BR.
Indeed, wrapping up a 3-game homestand just before heading into the teeth of the always tough conference schedule. A meeting of the Mountain West and the SEC as the New Mexico Lobos travel over from the land of enchantment to take on your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Turner snaps the football to Daniels. Quick fire, far side. Catch made at the 40 by Neighbors. Slips through a tackle inside the 35. Eventually brought down at about the 33-yard line. Wide to the right side as Daniels steps back in the pocket. Takes time. Drops it off to Williams in the flat at the 25. And Williams carries it inside the 20. Down to around the 18-yard line as the Tigers, first time tonight, step inside the Capital One red zone. Snap to Daniels. Back to Goodwin. Goodwin goes to his right. Leans forward. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Armani Goodwin. 4th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Tigers take an early lead, 6-0, with 9:52 remaining here in the first quarter. Get it out to Wingo on a swing pass. Wingo in trouble, and the Tigers bring him down. Loss on the play back to the 24-yard line, far side. Great coverage that time, Mekhi Garner. Here's the snap back in the shotgun to Daniels. Time, and he'll look for the long ball down the middle of the field. And a man wide open behind the defense. Chris Hilton Jr. hauls it in inside the 40. Rambles down near the 30-yard line of the Lobos. As that time the Tigers get uncorked, and Daniels goes deep for a 55-yard reception. And how wide open was Chris Hilton? Ramos going to try 31-yarder, near side hash. Kick is on its way towards the south end zone, and it's good. So the Tigers make it 10-0 with 2:23 remaining here in the first quarter. Kendrick under a lot of pressure. Here come the Tigers. He'll be sacked inside the 20, back at the 17-yard line. It was Savion Jones getting to him first, his second sack of the season. The tight end lines up in the slot to the right side as Daniels looks right, flips it out to Williams. Williams catching far sideline, 35-40, up across the 45-yard line before being bounced out. At the line of scrimmage, handoff Williams off the left edge. Williams has the first down, breaks a tackle at the 40, now near side 45, up near midfield before stepping out of bounds. 13-yard gain, got the first down and then some. Behind the line, right to left. Daniels lets it fly. Catch going to be made by Jenkins at the 36, far side, outside the numbers, cuts it back in, inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They'll pick up the first down. Shotgun snap. 2 for 5 on third downs tonight. Daniels fires. Catch made inside the 10. Down around the 7. It's Jeray Jenkins. He'll have the first down and then some on a 19-yard gain at the goal line. Handoff Goodwin. This time he'll find his way in. A Fighting Tiger touchdown, and Goodwin, his second score of the night, his 5th on the year. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, short side of the field. Daniels, 3 steps, now rolls to his right. Pressure forces him out, throws on the run. Neighbors has it, bobbled it momentarily, holds on at the 45, gets up near midfield before being stopped there. Here's the snap to Daniels. Under a lot of duress, Daniels stiff arms a man at the 45. Coming near side, they grab him by the jersey. He's got the first down inside the 35. Down to the 29-yard line of the Lobos, a gain of 16 yards. 3 receivers to his left. Nussmeier fires it out on the screen to Neighbors. Neighbors has a caravan, slips through at the 15, gets inside the 10 before being dropped down at the 7-yard line, picks up the first down. Nussmeier in the shotgun, takes the snap, back to Kane. Kane leaning forward. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Noah Kane with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, and LSU extends the lead 23-0. Nussmeier throws. Catch to Thomas. Gets away from his defender near side at the 45, the 35, the 30, 25, 20. Katie Barr the door. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Brian Thomas on a 57-yard reception extends the lead. 37-0, Fighting Tigers. Great job by Kyron Lacey as well. Down the field, helping block for his colleague in the receiver room. And Brian Thomas Jr. with his second touchdown of the season. So the final seconds going to roll off the clock here at Tiger Stadium, and LSU will celebrate the victory. This one is in the books. Tigers win. Tigers win, move to 3-1 on the year, remain 1-0 in SEC play for New Mexico. They head back to the land of enchantment now with a 2-2 overall mark. They are 0-1 in Mountain West play. First meeting between the Lobos and Tigers. This one goes to the men in purple and gold. Final score, LSU 38, New Mexico nothing.
With a Medicare Advantage plan from People's Health, you get more benefits for no monthly premium. Benefits like $0 copays for primary care and virtual doctor visits, Part D prescription drug coverage, including $0 Tier 1 and Tier 2 generic drugs, a quarterly allowance for over-the-counter health and wellness items, plus coverage for hearing aids, dental services, including dentures, and glasses or contacts. Call today to learn more.
Out on the field or on the court is where thousands of LSU athletes learn lessons of a lifetime. I know I did.
Learning about hard work, sacrifice, and teamwork makes a huge difference in people's lives.
That's why we're proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics.
Dudley DeBosier is a firm that brings our LSU values to work with us every day.
Because we believe that's how you make a difference in people's lives.
The Dudley DeBosier difference. Demand Dudley DeBosier, official partner of LSU Athletics.
Ready?
This is LSU. Champions are made here. History is made here. It's 73 degrees, winds are calm, chance of rain, never. And here come your Fighting Tigers of LSU.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
We wanted to be able to come out here and say this is not an accident. This is not a coincidence. This is something that we can do each and every week. And to do that, you got to play fast. You got to play physical. We did that. We did that tonight against a very stingy defense. We held them to under 100 yards in total offense, 2 first downs, and 0 points. To shut out anybody.
The Tigers get their 3rd win of the season, beating New Mexico 38-0. And Coach Kelly, this defense pitched a shutout, allowing only 2 first downs, less than 100 yards from the Lobos. How have you seen that group settle in more and more each week?
I think just the confidence in their ability first, and then just trusting the scheme. Matt's done a great job. Matt House, our defensive coordinator. Obviously, all of our staff has been part of that, but I just think they're trusting the technique, and then they're trusting themselves, and you can see that they're playing fast, they're playing free, they're playing physical. And look, if you go back to the opener against Florida State, you know, we had a number of new players playing together for the first time, and you could see that. Since that game, it's been a steady improvement.
The LSU offense puts up nearly 600 yards of total offense, and starting quarterback Jaden Daniels throws for nearly 300 of those. What has been the key to his high percentage completion rates after he goes 83% again tonight?
Well, he's so efficient with the football. He knows what he's looking for. He delivers the ball quickly and efficiently. He has no turnovers all year. And I just think he's starting to feel much more comfortable within the offense. This is a new offense for him. He was in a direct snap, more of a power running game offense. This offense really suits him. You see he's running less, and he's delivering the football to really a deep and skilled wide receiving core, and we saw that tonight.
He ran less tonight, but the running group is really coming along. 2 touchdowns each for Marnie Goodwin, Noah Kane, John Emery back in the mix, Josh Williams out there. How have you seen that group come together more and more as we close out the first month of the season?
Well, I think that what comes up to me is physicality. They run hard, they run physical, and they wear down defenses. We've seen that now for 2 consecutive weeks in the third and fourth quarter. They're just running through arm tackles. And a lot of that has to do with the offensive line, getting movement up front, and then these guys finishing off runs. So really pleased with their development. And they're going to their traits. They're not, shifty backs as much as they're physical, and they run downhill.
We've gotten very comfortable in the confines of our home here in Tiger Stadium, 3 games in a row, but now we hit the road for the first SEC road game of the season, heading over to Auburn. So what's going to be the main focus for this team this week going into that game?
Stay away from the distractions. You're going to be on the road. It's going to be a hostile environment. It's going to be loud. But, stick with our process. If we do that, if we stay consistent with how we prepare and then how we play with great confidence. They've earned that. And if we do that and don't get distracted by the noises and the ups and downs, this team is poised to play good football.
Thanks a lot, Coach Kelly. Congratulations on another win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Time to wrap up this edition of Inside LSU Football. It's a big week for the Tigers. LSU 1-0 in the SEC, heading to Auburn this week, looking to improve to 2-0, LSU's first true road game of the season. We'll have all the action for you and Coach Kelly's comments right back here next week on Inside LSU Football.
Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Albertsons, the official grocery partner of LSU Athletics. Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. Inside LSU Football is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network. The LSU Sports Television Network is a division of LSUSP and Playfly Sports Properties.
I wanted to be with the best. The resources here are outstanding. We're going to immerse ourselves into the culture of Louisiana. We're not here to change anything. We're here to get changed by it.